This is probably more funny than it is creepy. Ireland 3 or 4 years ago. Making an indie documentary with a ghost hunting group. Go with them on a couple ghost hunts to get footage and take part. About a half a year in, I'm telling people in my town about it, getting ghost stories from them. One guy who may or may not have been in a certain paramilitary group in Northern Ireland when he was young tells me about the Cooning Ghost House. It's a tiny little cottage in the middle of a creepy wood in Ballabolics on the border, where an exorcism was performed in the early 1920s. Tells me we should check it out, but says that we absolutely must either tell the locals in the nearest pub that we're there, or call the local police station to say that we're there, especially at night. Otherwise, certain paramilitants may or may not find us first, and we probably won't be seen again. Also, probably best not to tell them that we're hunting ghosts. Is deadly serious about this. Me and Jack, one of the members who is a very happy-go-lucky old man, and Ellen, his friend and pseudo-Wiccan, go to scope it out during the day. Have to park our car along a back road in a clearing, then cross the road and go into tree line, and up a path to get to the house. Seems spooky as fuck during the day. Can't wait to check it out at night for a more formal investigation. Get to the night. Turns out we're actually doing it in secret from the rest of the group, because they all didn't want to tell someone that they didn't want to go to their birthday or something. One other person joins us, Betty, who is hugely obese. Start driving at night down hilly, windy country roads. Joe is speeding the entire way. His shitbox car doesn't have a working speedometer. Gets lost because one of the roads was closed and his GPS threw him. End up looping back on ourselves twice. 1 hour journey becomes a 3-hour journey. I'm shitting bricks due to how fucking insanely he's driving. Ask him to slow down dozens of times. Everyone looks at me like I'm exaggerating. Every time the car takes a steep hill, it gets a little air, and because Betty is so fat, the car slams the ground and a few sparks shoot out on the landing. Try to change the topic, talk about how they organized it. Find out they didn't call the fucking police station before getting there. Told them repeatedly that they needed to do that. Again, look at me like I'm being a pussy. Finally get there. Damn near shit myself on the way. It's cold, raining, and dark as fuck. Park car, cross road, walk to house. Take out our equipment, which is mostly shitty audio recorders. Minutes go by. Wow, it's fucking nothing.jpg. I convinced them all to go. It's nearly midnight, it's shit out, we're tired, and we're not getting any sort of readings at all. I'm on fucking edge, and I just want to go to bed. Walk back down the path towards the road. 2 cars pull up to block our path. Bricks of shit.webm. Like they're fucking clown cars, about 12 young men pour out and start walking towards us. They're all shouting and laughing like they're drunk. "Well, what do we have here then?" type shit. Starts asking us 50 questions, pretending that they just coincidentally stumbled upon us. Keep trying to coax us back into the house. I'm trying to lead us out, say, "Nah, we're just a film crew, we were getting test footage, we're on our way home now." Jack's eyes part. "We're ghost hunters." Motherfucker. I'm going to die at the ends of some RA gang, because they wanted to find ghosts. Now we're the most interesting / suspicious people in the world. The young RA heads really want us to come back in. I somehow finally managed to get the team back in our car. The 2 other cars that pull up have spotters in them, watching us the entire time through their blackout windows. Finally get Jack to just fucking drive home. Never talk to these chuckle fucks again. Summer during college. Working at a pizza place. Shift is 5 p.m. to closing. Grandparents live near me. Been staying at their place for a little while since they had a nice big house and a sweet dog. Also, they are very nice. One day before work, decided to go pick up the clothes I had there and take them to my own place. Let me describe the house first. I always go in through the garage, which leads to an open kitchen / living room. Kitchen on the left, living room on the right. Their dog is usually hanging out on the couch on the very far end of the living room, facing the door that I would come in through. hallway on the left past the kitchen, and next to a door leading to the basement, where they have a small generator for when the power goes out. My clothes are upstairs. Stairs are directly above the basement. Get to my grandparents' house. Honestly, not 100% sure what day it was, since it was summer, and I didn't need to care. Just knew I had work at 5. Grandma volunteers on Wednesdays. Workaholic Grandpa works every weekday. Park out front. Grandpa's truck isn't there, of course. Grandma's car is there, so I think maybe she's home, but feel like she probably isn't because my grandpa may have dropped her off somewhere. Go inside through the garage. Grandma! No answer. Hi, puppy. Dog's relaxing on the couch. Feels like someone is in the house, but everything is very still. Dog doesn't leave the couch. Grandma! Again, no answer. Okay, weird. Start to get a strange feeling like someone is definitely here with me. Past the basement door and go into hallway. Up the stairs. Grandma? Nope. Poke my head into her bedroom. Nope. Kind of feeling spooked out, but it's probably just in my head since I've been walking around the house looking for someone who's not home. Whatever. Grab my clothes and go back downstairs. Once I get around to where the kitchen and living room meet, I call one last time. Grandma? This time, I get an answer from my left, where the basement door is. Yeah. Sounds just like my grandma. Confused, why didn't she ever answer before? So I say again, Grandma? The voice responds again, definitely from the basement door. What? This time, it's a little less like her voice, and sounds like there's something in its throat. I ask, Where are you? The voice responds, Down here. Now with even more rocks in its throat, and less like my grandma. I need to stop and say that I had never once heard a voice before this, and I have never heard any voices after this. So I was trying not to shit myself, especially after having the feeling of not being alone throughout the house. I should have just left immediately, but instead, I asked, Down where? It then said, not at all like my grandma. Down here. Come down here. Fuck that, I'm done. Said bye to the dog who had been staring at me the whole time. Walked calmly but quickly out the door, then out of the garage. Called my grandma as soon as I was outside and in the sun. Hi, where are you right now? She was volunteering. My grandpa had dropped her off, then went to work. Told her about what had just happened and asked her if she ever saw or heard anything in the house. Oh yeah, all the time. There's a tall shadow that stands in the corner of my bedroom at night sometimes, but it's okay. It watches over me. Oh, okay. So this happened to me about 4.5 months ago. I've been in the Army National Guard for 4 years as a military policeman. The unit I'm in coordinates the support and maneuver elements, transport, engineers, MPs, signal, etc. for my state. Over this past summer, we were involved in a nearly 2-month simulation called a Warfighter. It is a war game that is predominantly done using simulation software and is interconnected. We were working with the Air Force and other states. The area we were operating in was Fort Indiantown Gap, Pennsylvania. The barracks there aren't the best, and they date back to the 1940s for some of them. The lockers were all from the 60s. Anyway, we were doing day and night shifts. Even though I was on the day shift, I was in the night shift barracks. I was the only one from day shift. How the barracks are situated is, they had about 20 rows of 2 bunk beds, all off to the sides where there was a long aisle down the middle. As below, so was the second floor. Anyway, I got back to the barracks at around 18:30, and even though I was tired, I went to the USO to grab some snacks. When I got back, it was properly dark out, and when I entered the barracks, it was frigid, even though it was humid and hot outside. I turned on the lights and got ready for sleep. I slept pretty comfy and warm, until about 02:30, when the sound of running on the second floor woke me up. Again, I'm the only one sleeping in this barracks during the night. I got up out of bed and I can clearly see my breath. It is that cold in the building. The running, and I mean sprinting, was loud and distinct, and seemingly constant, as if the source was running in circles all around the floor. Wanting to know who it was, I proceeded to the stairs. I'm a sergeant, so I know if there is a private or a specialist, he's about to get fucked for waking me. When I got to the stairs, I yelled up for whoever it was to stop and to get their ass downstairs. Instead of stopping, the feet just kept pattering away, running. By the sound, it sounded like they were running barefoot, just to the edge of stairs out of my sight. The only light was the red exit light behind me, shining up the stairs. Getting a bit pissed off now, I whipped up the stairs and turned. No sound, no lousy private, nothing was there. I then considered that it could have been an animal, and my brain just figured it for a human. I turned on the light and did a brief walkthrough. When I got back to the stairs, I heard a new sound. The showers were going. At this point, I figure I'm being fucked with. The other day shift clowns probably got in, and the running culprit was hiding in a locker or something. I got into the bathroom faster than the flash, and I found nothing. The light wasn't even on. It took me a second just to find which shower it was that was turned on. I yell out for them to stop this shit because I only have a couple more hours left of sleep. After this, I just decided to go back to sleep. Not even a minute into my attempt, I heard 3 loud jumps, as if someone was jumping right above my bunk upstairs. I know I yelled something pretty loud and it stopped. And I heard nothing else until the night shift came back. This wasn't the last of the strange disturbances in that building, but definitely the most spooky in retrospect. Sorry for not green texting. I hate writing like that. Be 17-year-old me, junior in PA high school. Massive nerd, playing video, and don't really do anything exciting. Kinda into paranormal shit, and I like the look of urban decay. Decide I'm going to do some urbexing. Eventually settle on Penhurst Asylum. Looking up advice on how to get in, place actually has a roving guard during the day. Pretty detailed instructions deep into Google, has pictures and even talks about the supposed hauntings. It stresses repeatedly not to stay there after dark, that spirits get pissy. Take my parents' camera, lie about going over to a friend's house, and drive the hour and a half to Penhurst. Follow the path the page outlined through the woods, sneak past a guard in his truck. Spend a few hours exploring the buildings, getting good pics, really creepy shit. Getting dark, not worried, I packed snacks, water, and a flashlight. See the guard drive off for the last time. I'm alone in the complex. Exploring the Mayflower building, poking around, liking the spooky vibe that the dark gives it. Find an administrative room on the second floor, big table in the center and a couple of chairs around it. Notice overturned filing cabinets with papers scattered. Start paging through papers to see if I find anything neat. Suddenly, stop. Something's really wrong. Goosebumps, hair on my neck standing on end, sinking feeling in my stomach. Notice a breeze moving the papers. I don't feel a breeze. Something's fucky.gif. Hear metal scraping on the floor behind me. Before I can turn around, the fucking table collides at gale force with the back of my head. Fold like a bad poker hand. Windows shot down.mp4. Open my eyes again. No idea how long it's been. Had fallen on my camera. It shattered. Didn't even think to try and grab the memory card. World spinning. Can't tell if the papers are spinning too, or if it's just me. Pull myself to my feet. Stumble back to the stairwell as fast as I can. World isn't spinning anymore. Sprint along the road to where I had parked my car. Speed home. Try to tell my friends at school about it. Almost all of them call bullshit. Only one guy believes me. Put this behind me. No more urbex for me. Be 21. Planning yearly haunted house with friends. They notice Penhurst got converted into a haunted attraction. They're all psyched to go. Looks neat. Want to see where I urbexed. I'm leery, but I agree. We go. Have a good time. Good actors, but nothing special. Going through the different rides and get to the last one. A self-guided tour through the Mayflower building. Really not cool with this anymore. Try to back out. Get goaded into it. Figure there's strength in numbers. Exploring the first floor. Neat to see how the tags have changed. Management was pretty thorough in cleaning out the shit in the rooms, but it's all recognizable. Surreal as fuck. Notice the stairs have all either been taped off or boarded up. Ask a worker about it, doesn't know why, just that orders came from up top that no one goes to the second floor. Fine by me. Finish up. Not amazing, but a neat experience. Walking vaguely toward the parking lot, friends are debating whether to grab food at the concession or just get to the car and grab it on the way home. Look back at the Mayflower building one last time. See movement in the window. Look closer. See something I wish I hadn't. A pale white man's face, looking straight at me and grinning. This fucking inhumanly wide grin. The grin and his face were as easy to read as a book. "Oh, I remember you, motherfucker. Come on back up here. Let's tango." Frozen on the spot for what feels like 30 seconds, staring at this face. Eventually noticed my friends calling me. They had gone, gotten snacks, and noticed I wasn't with them, and came back. I'd actually been standing there for close to 5 minutes. I'm pale as a sheet, friends giving me shit. The one guy who believed me way back then gets them the chill. We head back to the car and drive home. Have nightmares of that face for weeks. I posted my Nope encounter on X last week, but it seems more K-related than X, since X is all fairy tales and rainbows. So, I'll post it here too. Nope. Rise of the Nope. B18. Friend's uncle takes me and him fishing for first time. Rocky Mountains. About a 40-minute hike from the nearest dirt road where we parked. Start fishing at about 7 a.m. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Dog with us seems disturbed by something a little ways down the river from us. Dog is a German Shepherd, retired police dog, and trained hunting dog. Dog spends most of the afternoon acting sheepish and staring at spot across the river from us, with its ears back and eyes wide. About 40 meters to our 10 o'clock to be more precise. Sun starts to go behind trees. Decide to pack it in for the day. Everything is packed up and good to go, except for the dog. Dog is still staring at that same spot, with a scared look and not moving. Uncle grabs dog by collar and tries to drag it with us. Thunk. Hear loud noise from where the dog was staring at and hear rustling in trees. Dog starts barking and snarling, trying to chase it. Dog gets loose and crosses river. Everyone drops what they are carrying and wade across river after it. Finally get the dog and find it barking at a very large rock. Notice broken branches leading off into the forest away from broken rock. Notice hole in bushes that has a direct line of sight to where we were fishing all day. Nope, back across the river. Uncle carrying dog over shoulder as it continues to bark and snarl at a different spot this time. Grab rifles, rods, and cooler and march our way back to vehicles. Dog barking entire time while looking behind us. Make it home and never go fishing again. Nope 2. The nopening. I wasn't there for this one, so I'm just going by what my friend and his dad told me. Friend goes back to the same spot with uncle, dad, and a couple other friends for a campout/fish/hunt. Bring large camping trailer and park it in a clearing in the woods about half away between road and river. Spend day fishing, drinking, and shooting the shit around a campfire. Nobody paying attention to dog. Spend the night in trailer and notice that dog isn't there. Everyone is worried that dog went exploring, but expects that he will find his way back to the smell of the campfire. Next morning, dog is still not back. Spend entire day searching for dog, screaming and combing area with rifles in case of bears. No luck. Light campfire for dog, but spend night inside trailer this time. Next morning rolls around. Not much sleep was had. Dog still missing. Spend afternoon searching again. Mood at campsite goes from optimistic to somber. Everyone decides to extend 2-night camping trip for a few more days in order to find dog. Nope 2.5. Revenge of the Nope. No one goes fishing, no one is drinking, no one is having fun anymore. Night comes again. 5 people just huddled around a campfire and waiting. Hear loud crunching from trees. Everyone brings up rifle optics to see what it was. Too dark to see even with flashlights. Large rock is thrown at trailer, scaring the piss out of everyone. 2 shots are fired in the direction the rock came from to scare it off. Everyone piles into trailer. No sleep is had that night. Sun rises again for another dreadful day. Spend day in trailer playing cards and killing time, waiting for dog. Nobody even mentions dog on this day. Late afternoon comes around. Everybody tired from sleepless night. Everyone in bed by supper time. Night comes once again. Everybody is awake and ready this time. Rifles and flashlights aimed out windows. Let's do this. .jpg. Uneventful night. Everybody getting bored. Hear one soft clang against the door. Sounded nothing like rocks being thrown the night before. Everybody stays at their window. High-powered flashlights flick on and scan every angle around the trailer. Nothing. Morning finally comes. Only eventful part of the night was soft clang against the metal door and smell of pans being filled. Dad opens door and steps out of trailer. Crunch. Steps on jawbone. The dog's jawbone. Everybody weeps, packs up, and heads home. Friend and his dad have a little memorial of dog in backyard, and a wooden statue of him on fireplace mantle. Friend's uncle ends up selling his vacation cabin just a few kilometers away from campsite, and never goes back to hunt or fish there again.